So could you use more money? Isn't it time that you're paid what you're worth? Watch this video for my 4 steps to crushing your negotiation and flooding the other side with how valuable you are. Hi, I'm Rebecca Zung, top 1% attorney and best-selling author of Negotiate Like You Matter. And I went from being a college dropout with 3 babies, single mom, to being one of the top attorneys in the country with a multi-million-dollar business. And I share all my secrets with you right here on this channel. So for the best business and negotiation advice, make sure to subscribe to my channel by hitting the little subscribe button right down there in the corner, and then make sure to hit the little notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload my new videos every Wednesday. If you're sick of not being paid what you're worth and people not seeing your value, by the end of this video, I will have given you 4 steps that will guarantee that by the end of your negotiation, the other side is going to want to be throwing money at you. I've proven this method in thousands of negotiations myself, both as an attorney representing people and also in my own personal life. And now it's your turn to be in the know. So how do you create value? Well, first, I want to make sure that you know the difference between your internal value and your external value. Your internal value is inherent, it's whole, it's complete, it is infinite. Your external value is actually your value in the world, in the workplace, in the market, depending on what it is that you do for a living, what your career is, where you live, what kind of company you work for, or whether or not you're an entrepreneur. A lot of times the market will set your external value, but that doesn't mean that there aren't ways to drive yourself up to being at the top of the market for your external value. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So with regard to value, I want to remind you that in my book, Negotiate Like You Matter, what I say there is that all people want to feel seen, heard, and know that they matter. So the real trick and value in negotiation is understanding that both sides are going to want to feel like they walk away with some value. So how do you create your own value? And then how do you let the other side feel like they are also getting value as well as yourself? That's really going to be the key to coming to a resolution that both sides are going to be happy with. So I'm going to drop a link to my book, Negotiate Like You Matter, down here. And I also have a free gift for you at the end. So by the end of this video, you're going to have the 4 steps to creating your value. And I'm also going to have a special free gift just for you. Step 1. Step 1 is the most important one, and that is to know your internal value. And that's what I was talking about before with creating your value. I mean, there's an internal and there's an external, but internal is so much more important. If you have that inner strength, if you have that inner confidence, then no one will be able to make you feel bad. You will be like an oak tree and the wind will just be blowing, but you will be remaining steady. And remember that people will think what you tell them to think. One of my favorite stories about Stevie Nicks where she told it on Oprah's Master Class, and she was saying how she was 18 years old when she was at San Jose State University and would put on her best rock star outfit and walk through the middle of the campus and say, "Don't you people know who I am? I am a rock star." It comes from within first. It's not like people are going to rally around you and suddenly you're going to feel internally valuable. It's actually the opposite. So start with your internal value. And it's important to note that when you think of yourself as this powerful being, you think of yourself as, I am this powerful being, or you are this powerful being. There's a big difference between thinking of something and thinking from something. So step 1, know your internal value. Step 2 is analyze your research and create arguments. 80% of winning a negotiation happens before you even walk into a room. And remember, you're negotiating from the inside out. So you've already created your internal value and that feeling of having that internal value. This is the next layer out. This is where you're going to be doing your research, figuring out what your value is, and also what the other side is going to be arguing, because you're going to want to make sure that you're going to be ready to refute those points. If you want more on this, check out my video called Win My Negotiation in 6 Steps, and I'll make sure to drop a link to that in the notes below. But just remember that step 2 is analyze your research and create your arguments. Step 3 is create your leverage. And for some people, this is the most important part. This is the part they want to hear about, because this is where you're actually going to incentivize the other side to want to have a conversation with you, to want to give you value, to want to throw that money at you, to want to pay you what you're worth. Whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you're an employee going to ask for a pay raise, you still want to be paid what you're worth. And the way you're going to do that is by showing them your value, by motivating them to want to come to the table with you. This is where you're going to look at their pain points. What is it that they want? What is it that they need to solve? What is it that they don't want? What would make it uncomfortable for them in some way? Some people don't like to talk about leverage. They think, oh, I don't want to be fighting. I don't want to be difficult. But you're not really being difficult. This is part of the strategy. This is part of the tactic. You want to incentivize the other side to come to the table willingly, and want to be motivated to want to pay you what it is that you're worth. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is by strategically and tactically thinking about what are your points of leverage. Step 4 is your presentation. You better watch that presentation. And of course, I mean, wear your killer clothes and make sure that you feel like $1 million and you're super confident because you've done your hair or your makeup, or if you're a person that wears makeup, if you're not, if you're a guy and you want to wear a suit, that power suit, whatever it is, it's going to make you feel super confident. But the other part of presentation is also how you present yourself. Please do not use words like, I'm sorry to have to ask for this, or it's okay if you don't want to do this, or I need you to. Anything like that makes you sound desperate, makes you look like the Kmart blue light special, and you're sending a subliminal message to the other side that you don't have as much value, that you're discounting your own value. And remember, people will think what you tell them to think. So your presentation has to be one of confidence. And if you've done your research and you've created your value and you have your internal value feeling all set and in place, then you're not going to need to feel apologetic. You're not going to need to say, I'm sorry, you don't have to do this, or anything like that. You're going to go in, you're going to ask for what you want, and you're going to say it unblinkingly, unfailingly. You and you alone define your value. So know it, feel it, show it. Now you know exactly what the steps are to creating your value in any negotiation so that you can get paid what you're worth. I have a free worksheet for you. Just click the link below and grab it. Make sure you get it. And make sure you like, comment, and share this video if you enjoyed it. And also make sure you subscribe and hit the little bell so that you don't miss one single business or negotiation tip from me. I'm Rebecca Zung, top 1% attorney and the best-selling author of the book, Negotiate Like You Matter. And remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. I'm so glad you stopped by today, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video.